To most football supporters, our love of the sport is focused on watching our team on a Saturday afternoon, kicking every ball from the stands, cheering them on to victory. But the professional game is about a lot more than what happens on the pitch. For many teams, it's a constant struggle just to stay in business. In our region, some of the biggest clubs have, at some point, teetered on the brink of financial ruin, with Leeds United being perhaps the most high-profile example.
Should we have spent so heavily in the past? Probably not. But we lived the dream.
So what's the current economic reality for clubs in the Football League, and how challenging is it to operate in today's game? Late Kickoff decided to survey all 72 Football League clubs. We wanted to find out what they thought about the financial health of the game. In the survey, we asked about falling attendances, players' wages, and the disparity of wealth between the divisions. From the 41 clubs who completed the survey, 29 of them described the financial health of Football League clubs as worrying. We spoke to the Chief Executive of League Two Chesterfield to find out more.
Clubs, do they want to sit in mid-table? Do they want to be battling against relegation? Are we that one player short of from playoffs into automatic? And that's what drives clubs into these problem areas. And then when the success is not achieved, crowds drop so quickly when the season's, 10 games. We're at a situation now, 10 games to go, 5 home games. Promotion looks probably unreal now. We've got to try and keep the gates up.
The dangling carrot of promotion and the financial benefits it brings often leads clubs to spend beyond their means. But while a leap up the divisions might bring prosperity, relegation can cripple clubs who aren't financially equipped to deal with a loss of income. The survey threw up some mixed results. More than half the clubs we spoke to felt comfortable with their current financial position, but there was one key area which continues to cause great concern.
Salaries are always the biggest outlay in every football club. Most clubs try to set a budget, but once again it becomes to fan-based expectation that one more player or 2 players in the summer during the season that costs a little bit extra, that you believe that are going to make the difference of being an average season into an exciting season.
In an attempt to curb this trend, the Football League has recently brought in rules which aims to scale back the money that's being spent on players' wages. Football finance expert Rob Wilson thinks these guidelines are long overdue.
The philosophy of those regulations is right. I believe actually in the Football League they're better than the ones that have been proposed in the Premier League. And what that will hope to do is to try and equalise some of this unbalance from the player wages point of view.
We requested an interview with the Football League. They declined, but they did issue a statement. These are very challenging economic times. Gate income remains the biggest single revenue stream for clubs, so we are closely monitoring the situation.
I think Football League clubs have got a real challenge because the amounts of revenue that the clubs can generate is based solely really on the TV money they can potentially generate and obviously gate receipts. They're the 2 major sources of income. If they can be successful on the pitch, they can perhaps then generate a little bit more commercial revenue and sponsorship revenue. But unfortunately, any of those revenues are dwarfed by the amount of player salaries and wages and transfer fees, of course, that clubs have to pay.